Hey everybody, Karaoke here. I've been kind of away a little bit. I haven't really been doing much on YouTube, and there's a variety of reasons for that. I just wanted to, put up a quick video and let everybody know I'm still around, I'm still alive, I'm still in generally good health, although I did have a bad cough for a while, which made it difficult to do videos. But since Heart of Thorns has come out, I've been relatively silent, and that is primarily because I haven't really been enjoying Heart of Thorns, and nobody really likes somebody to come in and shit all over something they like, so I've mostly kept my mouth shut. There's been a few exceptions to that, and down in the description below, I'll link to a Reddit post where I gave some of my thoughts, and I think we had a really good discussion. Actually, I was very happy with the feedback that people had on that thread. But in general, I haven't really been having much fun with the game, and since it's come out, I've found that I've slipped into that habit that so many players do, where they log in, get their dailies, say hi to people, and then basically log out. And I really don't care about achievement points, so for me, dailies was basically, I'm going to farm flax because we need it for the guild hall, and say hi to people, and jump around in the guild hall, or in Lion's Arch, or in Heart of the Mists, and basically not do anything. And I had done that for a little bit, and then thankfully, finally, I'm recording this on Wednesday. Yesterday, on Tuesday, ArenaNet released a patch fixing some of the issues with fractals, so that content is kind of doable again, and background footage just be like running a fractal and being terrible. And so yeah, now fractals are something that I can do, and I feel good about that. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about Heart of Thorns and why I'm not particularly happy with it, although much happier now that fractals has been fixed. And just give you an idea of what I'm probably going to be doing here on the channel in the future. So if you've been following me for a while, you would know that over the spring and summer, I was becoming increasingly concerned that Heart of Thorns would be a lot of big open world metas, Zerg events, run around and you do these same events over and over and over again, and that would constitute most of what the game was. And I was worried that not enough attention would be paid to dungeons and fractals, and for a while I was even worried that challenging group content didn't even mean raids, that it was going to be something in the open world. Luckily I was wrong about that, but I feel like I was right about most everything else. And in fact, if you really want to see that, we had like a multi-hour long conversation on this channel. It's a video called like System versus Content in Heart of Thorns, where I stated like my worry was that they were going so heavy on the systems for Heart of Thorns that there wouldn't be much content and that the game would feel very shallow because of that. And that's exactly how I feel now. So normally I like to find that I'm wrong when I'm being pessimistic about things, but I feel like in this case I was kind of right. And there were a lot of other little things as well. I was worried that Druid would become necessary and we'd have to have a healer for things like raids, and then look, there we go. Druid is pretty much necessary. Like, you might be able to get away with a Tempest instead, but basically you need a healer. So there's been times where we go, okay, well, we need somebody to heal, who's got the gear, who's ready to go for that. I found that Heart of Thorns, more than anything else, has created gameplay where there's more waiting to have fun. And that's always a phrase that Colin Johansson's used that I found really interesting. I think it was Colin, but there was a video or a post somewhere where they talked about how they didn't want people to wait to have fun. And Heart of Thorns brought us timers and content that requires much stricter group comps and all of these other things where you really are waiting to have fun. My guild member Raz put up a great video showing how he spent 35 minutes trying to taxi into Dragonstand to play with us, just sitting there right-clicking. 35 minutes he spent trying to get into the map. It was crazy. And it hasn't been fun for a lot of us in a lot of different ways because of these changes. Now, I don't think that means Guild Wars 2 is hopeless, and especially because fractals have been updated, I'm not giving up on the game, but I'm definitely considering cutting my time back, and the amount of effort that I'm willing to invest into this game right now is a little bit lower than I was hoping it would be. So you're probably going to see less videos and guides and stuff from me on the channel, just because I'm taking the opportunity to get other stuff done with my life. I made this comment on Reddit to somebody, but my house has never been cleaner. I've been doing other stuff, and I've been getting life stuff done instead of game stuff, because I just haven't been drawn to play the game that much. Now, I do have some things that I want to do for the channel. I want to update my Fractals guide, since Fractals really is the content that people care about. It's something that I'm going to be trying to drive my guild toward a little bit more, and I'd like to make sure that we have an updated Fractal guide to help people through at least the first 50 levels or so. with information on the rewards and how all the mechanics work and getting agony resistance. Usually by the time you hit 50, you should be smart enough to figure the rest out as you go. But a new Fractals guide meant for those levels hopefully will be coming in the next couple months. Beyond that, I don't really have anything that I'm super drawn to do. Originally, I was thinking that I might create videos for the different map metas, but I really don't like them enough to play them the amount that I'd need to be able to make a video that's good enough, that has all the content that's needed, as well as gaining the expertise necessary to be able to explain all those. So unlike the video I did for Silver Wastes, I don't think I'll be doing anything like that for any of the HoT maps. I probably won't do a full review video because honestly, at this point, I wanted to give the game some time, and I think I have. I've given enough time to see that I am lukewarm on it. And I'm going to keep playing Guild Wars because I love Guild Wars, but Heart of Thorns to me did not add the kind of content that I'd like to see in an expansion yet. Maybe raids will change that, and raids are amazing. Raids have been the one bright spot that I really like. But otherwise, yeah, I found the game kind of depressing, and I still play, but I play less, and I'm less interested in it. And I mostly play for my friends, for my guild. So it's been kind of a tough couple months. I'm hoping that they continue to make changes to the content to make it more accessible and more fun and more rewarding for people who don't just want to farm materials. But in general, I haven't really been enjoying it. And, now we're in Winter's Day where it's the same recycled content again, and I'm really already looking forward to getting new content. And it's a bad sign when the expansion content, I'm already tired of it after a couple months, minus raids. So Living World Season 3, I hope brings some of the changes to the story that I think a lot of us would like to see. But that remains to be seen. So if it's something you guys want to chat about, I haven't really put up a video as a placeholder for people to discuss and share their thoughts here. I have always really enjoyed the comments that I get from you guys. People in general keep it really friendly and helpful and have some good things to say. So how do you feel about the game? For me, before Heart of Thorns shipped, I was mostly playing World versus World, as well as Fractals, and boy, those two things just got destroyed. So I haven't really done any PvP because none of the current meta classes appeal to me, and I really just don't feel like playing something that's terrible. And the meta itself is just a disaster, so I'm waiting for that. World versus World, I've tried to play, and just there haven't been enough people around for it to be fun. And if there are people, my little group of 4 or 5 is getting steamrolled by 15, 20, 30 people. And dungeons are dead. Fractals just got fixed yesterday. Raids are great. The open world maps I do not enjoy. So I guess that's my quick thought. The one thing that I do love, and I should have it here in the background for you to listen to, is the Heart of Thorns soundtrack. I think it's amazing. There's an 8-bit vinyl, or it's on a website called I Am 8-bit. There's a vinyl that you can buy, and I already picked that up. It's a gorgeous looking LPs. And yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts. So if you guys want to chat about it, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, how you feel about it, and what you've been enjoying and not enjoying in game. Like always, I'll try to be commenting here a lot, but if there's something in particular you'd like to see on the channel, let me know. Otherwise, you probably won't hear from me very much over the next few weeks. So message me in game if you want to chat as well. You can just my account info's on the YouTube, but you can also message me at timmyf.1490. Curious what people think, because I have been in kind of a bad spot. So there you go. There's my thoughts on Heart of Thorns and what I'm planning on doing for the channel. Bye, guys.